It's Ronnie, and welcome to Woodgrain and Winter, hosted by MK and Janet, where we use wood grain. And it is also 12 Days of Christmas, hosted by Kathy Feigl, and I will be creating Christmas. So, two things together for today's layout. I'm going to scrap these 4 photos right here, and that one I'm pointing out, it's 7 inches across instead of 6, and I didn't realize that when I cut the other 2 photos. So this was like a year ago. And I put them aside because I thought, what am I going to do with that? I cut them down too small, just a little bit. I got, well, that's from Pink Fresh, Holiday Magic, and those are the dies from Echo Park and its letterbox. And I will be using them, plus these right here from Holiday Magic, and for both things for my title. Just the prettiest red. And I've got that die set right, well, Sizzlets die, and it's a train set. And the paper I'm using is a Zuku, and on the back it's got marbleized paper, but on the front it has this wood grain, or the other way around. I'm not sure which one. I made this ahead of time. I just cut a strip and then little tiny rectangles to go along it like a train track. At least that's what it is in my head. And I'm going to put it on here. I thought about making it black to start with. I started out cutting a strip of black, and then I thought, it's my layout. I don't want black on here. But I thought it'd work because of the dark lines in the wood grain. And I thought, I'm going to make it more Christmassy by making it red. So I went ahead and made it red. And you know what? I just realized I didn't do a couple of things of highlighting that I planned on doing. I will have to go back and do it. It won't be in the photos though. It's just one other thing I end up putting on here. When I laid this aside last year, I had cut out the train, put yellow paper behind the windows, and inked it with, I'm pretty sure, fossilized amber because I couldn't find the little caboose today. It just was not there. I looked everywhere. No telling where it went, probably in the trash a long time ago. So I had to make another one and figure out what yellow paper I used and what ink I used to ink the windows. I did the bottom part darker and the top part lighter, like there was a light to the bottom and reflecting up, or the other way around. I'm not sure which. But it actually goes all the way across the 12 inches. It's got like hooks and circles for the hooks to catch into, but I cut all them off because I didn't want it to go all the way across. And the reason is I had this fussy cut out already, so I didn't have to do that today. And I did make that, well, it's a railroad crossing thing, you know, with the little arm that goes down. But I thought I'd make it to look like candy cane. But anyway, the car, I'd fussy cut it before, and somebody made a comment on the video where I did the car and put the packages there. And I thought, now where did I see that? I know I seen it somewhere, but I couldn't say because I couldn't remember till I pulled this out today. And I thought, that's where I seen it. And yeah, it was fussy cut a year ago. And this paper is Photoplay. Um, Norbert and Tululu or whatever. I can't remember. Anyway, it's Christmas party is what it's called. That's it. And I've used some paper out of it and a couple of other things, but these were it and the die, which I wanted the die one time this year and couldn't figure out where in the world it was at. And I didn't find it till I pulled out that paper, that collection, and seen it in there. But yeah, I was just gonna, those two little cross things, I made them smaller because I planned on having my sign to go over the edge, you know, to the pole actually be right up against it and only show half. Well, then, right at the last minute, I decided to make the garland, so I cut it out and put the red dots and the highlights on it. And when I went to pull this out, that's when I thought, oh my goodness, while I was doing the adding of it, I need to add some garland on there. So it got moved over. So my cross things are a lot smaller than intended because I thought, I'm just not going to make them again. They're cute the way they are. And everybody will probably think it was on purpose anyhow. I'm adding some of the garland to the train, and that garland came in a die set by Diamond Press, a Christmas one. And I am not sure what one it is because I've had it out of the die set so long that I can't remember. But it works really good when you're just wanting little tiny holly leaves. And I'm adding it to each one on my train to make it decorative for Christmas. And cutting it all apart. On the pole over there, I didn't cut that apart, and just kind of wrapped it around there. But this, I didn't want to wrap it through the train itself or anything. I wanted it to go on each individual car, so I am cutting it apart. I was trying to figure out why the paper was shiny. I thought, I know I've used that paper lately. I pulled some out of here. And I was like, why is it shiny? Well, I figured it out. I used the front of the advertisement paper. It has, like examples for you to see in the front, and I cut them apart for the train to go on the die. I figured out what I wanted to do after a year with that empty space there. And on Casey's photo there on the left, it's got wrapping paper, and it's white on the one side, so it's a big chunk of white there, which was very distracting to me. I don't know about you all, but it was to me. And I need to put something there to cover that up. I first thought about putting some words there. We love trains, or best gift, or something, and go right up that. But I wanted to cover up part of that white stuff. And I finally thought of gifts. And there was a sheet in this collection that I don't think's been cut into at all, but it had presents on the back. And I thought, oh, I guess I'll do some fussy cutting. And then it hit me. This other collection, the Holiday Magic, would probably go really well with this one. So I just pulled those out to use them since they were already fussy cut. And this Santa Claus, it was not fussy cut. I had to fussy cut it today. And he is caught in a string of lights. And that string's pretty tiny, but I managed to cut it anyway. And so I'm hanging him up there just like he is on I think it was a 3x4 card maybe. Or it might have been 4x6. I can't remember. I know I cut the chunk out of there and started cutting on him though. And I wanted to use the ribbon. So this is that ribbon I've had laying on my desk for days and used on several layouts. And put it at the top and then worked my title in between. So it's For the Love of Trains. And Jake, the smallest one in the photos, he loved trains when he was small. I'd stop my car just so he could watch one drive by. If I heard it coming, I would pull over and stop and wait because I knew how much he loved watching them. And so he got one for Christmas, and his older brother, Casey, there, put it together for him. And it's pretty good size. So, yeah, it took up their family room pretty good. But these were not digital photos. It was back when we had regular cameras. And so that's why that one ended up 7 inches across. But I was thinking it was, 4x6. So I cut those others down. And then there, I had that big gap and didn't know what to do with it. And so I put it up. I have one of those We Are Memory Keepers carts with trays, and I'd put it on the tray and forgot about that collection too. And then I thought, when I started doing Christmas, I thought, I think I have a couple already started. I need to pull them out. So that's what I did, and I've got this one done finally. But If you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I appreciate that too. And the comments you leave, they really make my day. And make sure you check out the links down there below. There is links for everybody that's in 12 Days of Christmas and a master playlist for the ones that are in the Woodgrain and Winter. And y'all probably noticed I'm getting behind. It gets later in the evening before my video uploads. So I might miss a day or so to try to get everything on track for me. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.